Good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, you were placed on deferred for a theft in 2015. A motion to revoke your probation was filed in, I guess, well, the first one was filed in 17. Then they filed another one in 18 and you absconded. So Victoria, do you have Miss Sias's paperwork filled up? So she was ordered to do an anti-theft class. No drugs, no alcohol, $100 fine. Did she do the anti-theft class?
I did take classes every Saturday for a couple months.
My only question is if it was done, yes or no?
I did take classes, yes, I did.
Did you complete the class? Do you have proof?
I don't have any of that paperwork.
Then if without proof, you don't have anything. It needs to get done.
Okay.
Once you get this class done, then we will take you off the probation. So, yep. What do you do now, ma'am, for a living?
I'm an intake specialist for oncology.
How much do you say does that you work?
Yes, sir.
How much do you work a week?
Hours a week.
Okay, I'm giving you 3 weeks to get this class done.
Okay.
If you do not have this class done and you must reappear, you will be doing a substantial amount of time in jail, and you're looking at 180 days in jail. I will give you one opportunity and one opportunity only. Do you understand?
When I get the,
Okay. That's the only thing I want is the anti-theft class. That's all I care about.
when I get the information in regards to where I take the classes and everything.
Shatoria will help you with all that, but I'm telling you now, if it's not done within 3 weeks, and there's no excuse.
Can I ask the question? When I get it, when I take the class and get it done, do I come back here to?
Yes, ma'am. You must provide proof.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just speaking to you, but it's important.
Okay, ma'am.
This is Mr. Rollins for a plea, Your Honor.
Oh,
Good morning, Mr. Rawlings. Mr. Rawlings, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. What have they worked out, guys?
90 days for 91 days credit.
And it has an enhancement.
So you're facing, the DAs have offered you 90 days in jail. You have enough credit that you will get out of jail today. You need to understand from now on, though, you pick up any more cases, it will be a minimum of 90 days in jail. Starts at 90 days for any cases that you pick up from now on. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So when you get out there, be good, self-control.
Okay.
And if you pick up more cases, Mr. Rawlings, you have to show up. When you show up, good things happen.
Okay.
Giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, There are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal.
Okay.
Mr. Rawlings, is it true that you had a prior burglary of a habitation back in 2018?
Yes,
Okay, true to the enhancement. How do you plead to the offense of criminal mischief?
plead guilty to get out, like you said. Or you said I'm getting out, right?
What happened? Did you get into a fight?
Yeah, these guys fought me.
Jail?
Yeah,
What happened?
I don't know. They were just really unhappy with themselves.
They took it out on you?
Yeah,
Are you okay?
yeah, I'm okay.
Just jail's no fun, man.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, I know that.
just self-control. You're in here for criminal mischief. You flew off the handle and did something, you know?
Yeah, I know that.
All right, are we good? All
Yeah,
right, take care, Mr. Rawlings. Good
okay,
luck.
thank you.
Mr. Rollins, Mr. Luna. Your Honor, on page 1, Mr. Aguilar just called saying he was gonna be running late and he's on arraignment.
Oh, already to 28.
Keep my glasses. I had surgery on my ox.
It's okay. I'm okay with that.
Thank
you. Good morning, Ms. Williams. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am. Okay.
On August 11th, 2024, at approximately 4:30 in the morning, officers were dispatched to a traffic hazard call. On scene, they observed that the defendant's vehicle had struck a tow truck. The flat bed of the tow truck had partially severed the roof of her car. The tow truck driver indicated that he did not hear her brake.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you say that the tow truck took off the roof of her car?
Yes, Your Honor, like Jane Mansfield.
Took off the roof?
It partially severed it, yes, Your Honor.
Lucky she wasn't decapitated.
Yes, Your Honor. The defendant was in the driver's seat. She was unconscious. Officers.
Holy moly.
The defendant was breathing and she had a strong odor of alcohol in her breath. There was an open bottle of Patron tequila with 2 shot glasses in the car. The defendant and her front passenger were taken to Memorial Hermann Hospital. A search warrant was drawn and blood was taken.
So they took blood.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have the results of that blood? I'd like to know what, if anything else was in there in the system.
Not yet, Your Honor. This happened on the 11th.
Miss Williams, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. You're lucky to be alive, ma'am. Do you have a Texas driver license? You were not allowed to drive. Do you understand? You will be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care if Mother Teresa needs a ride to church. You drive, you'll be facing an additional 6 months every single time you drive, because I will have a contempt of court hearing, 6 months every single time you drive. Do you understand? If you want to drive, go get a license and liability insurance, and then we can talk. But until that point, unless I know that you have an eligible license in the DPS system,
Your Honor, it's eligible.
she's telling me she doesn't have one.
She's eligible.
Yeah.
Okay, then not until you get an actual license and liability insurance. Do you understand? Go get those 2, come back to me, show me that you have both, and then I'll allow you to drive. But until that point, do not drive. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using anything, likewise, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. How old are you, Miss Williams? What do you do for a living?
Construction.
We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. If you like your license, I would get on it quick because there's a lot of timing requirements where if you wait too long, you might subject yourself to losing your license. I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I will then get you to Billy. After you sign a reset with Billy, you'll get with Rachel for your bond conditions. And after that, you'll be free to go. Be careful, ma'am. don't use. Okay, come on. Like everything was just like a shutdown. So but it's been smooth as slick as grease. Good morning, Mr. Welcome.
Morning.
So you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've got 3 counts of criminal trespass. You're facing 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine on each. How old are you, bud?
34.
What do you do with yourself?
I work. I have little side jobs.
Shh, guys, I can't.
I have little side jobs. I do construction, roofing, plumbing, sheetrocking. Right now, I'm not working.
So what are all these trespasses for?
Because of the ID they gave me, I'm supposed to be at the diversion center. They gave me a ID for his homeless. I don't have a permanent address, so I have to figure out where and where I'm gonna stay, like stuff like that. I don't stay with family right now. Everybody moved away. It's just me.
Where'd they go?
I guess out of town and stuff. I don't know. I communicate with them, but they are out of town right now.
You don't care what happens to you now or what?
I care what happened to me. What you mean?
Because all you're doing is you're racking up convictions, man. You know, it's not gonna help you.
That's what the law is doing. I'm not doing anything.
You picked up 3 cases, man. Not only do you pick up 3 cases, you refuse to show up to court. If you had showed up, good things will happen to you. But you don't even show up. You don't call, you don't write. I mean, what kind of relationship can we have when you don't do anything like that? The thing is that from now on, you'll be facing 90 days in jail as a minimum for any cases that you pick up from now on here. 90 days as a minimum. That's where it starts. And the more convictions you get, the harder it becomes to get a job. So how do we end the cycle?
Just put me somewhere permanent where I could have somewhere to stay. I don't know. Give me an address where I can stay somewhere where I'll be okay.
Star of Hope. What about that? Star of Hope. I'm going to give you a piece of paper so that you can have somewhere to go when you get out. Because running on the streets, you're going to get killed, dope all over you. I mean, if you don't care, then okay, you know.
They already took my mom away from me. What else? Like, what else y'all want to take from me? Hey, y'all want to take me away from me? Then that's fine. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm trying to help you, Mr. Welcome. I'm trying to get through to you so it stops. Which one are we pleading to?
Maybe on the 408.
And then the other 2 are dismissed?
21 days with 90 days credit.
Make sure. It's set. This is a paper for employment and housing service that I'm going to give to you, that when you get out, you can try to use to help you better yourself. If you care, you know, this life gets harder the older you get. You get bigger, you get fatter, you get uglier, you lose hair. It doesn't get easier. It gets more difficult. And you set yourself up now for the next 40 years. It's up to you. You're now charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. As part of the plea bargain agreement, they're going to dismiss 2. You plead to 1, and you're looking at 21 days credit for the 9 that you've done. Like I said, this will end up as a conviction on your record. It'll be there for the rest of your life. You now have 2. So that means that now, from now on, any cases you pick up, it's a minimum of 90 days. Do you understand? How do you plead to the offense of criminal trespass, sir? I will find you guilty, sentence you to the agreement. Good luck to you, Mr. Welcome. Do you mind bringing him out, Mr. Luna? Thanks.
And Judge, I don't know, I've had a few clients with this. I question the legality of it, but he has a medical marijuana card.
I get it, but I'm still ordering you not to use it, okay? If you want to go to California, you can smoke all day there. It's still illegal here, so he can't use, right? And I'm still ordering him not to use it. So I've told him that I don't care what you have in your possession, don't use, that's it. You know, when he's all said and done here, I mean, he can do whatever he wants, right?
Sure.
I'm gonna let him out. But I'm gonna admonish him then, you know.
Thank you.
Right. How long has he been in, do you know?
Almost a week.
How long's Mr. Luna been in? No, it's longer than that. Yeah.
Check the number.
It's on the jail docket.
Check the number. 13.
Yeah, so it's been. Let me see.
Morning, Your Honor.
How's jail?
Not good.
You want me to let you out?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
What's required of you?
Get a job, stay in school, stay clean.
That's my concern. Staying clean. If you can do that, good things will happen. That's all I'm asking you to do. Did you graduate from high school? That's what we're working on next. You have to get your GED.
He's actually enrolled in high school, Judge.
You're in high school.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want you to stay. And I'm going to check to make sure that you have good attendance. And if you don't, you know what's going to happen. My only concern are 2 things. Don't use and stay in high school. As long as you can do that, good things will happen. I will let you out today.
Yes, sir.
But I will tell you that I'm not going to play this game again. If I have to put you in jail for one other reason, in there you will stay. You know now that at what your bonds are, no one's going to get you out, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will be stuck like Chuck until this thing is over with. Don't play with us again. No dope. As soon as you get out, back into high school. I will test you exactly 3 weeks from today. You've been in jail for a week. Weed stays in your system a little bit over a month. So I will test you right after that.
Yes, Your
If
Honor.
you test positive, that tells me that you've gotten out and you've continued to smoke. And in back into jail you go, and this time you will stay until this case is over with. And I'm telling you now, I will not let you plead guilty to get out. Do you understand? I want what's best for you. And sometimes I have to show you the hard way. I tried to show to you the easy way beforehand, and it didn't work. Do we understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, will you elaborate what we talked about the medical marijuana card? doesn't override your order.
No using.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand? Okay. All
One
right.
more thing. If you want to, you can call my school up.
Say it again.
I didn't need to call your school.
Because I'm already enrolled, like to verify I'm enrolled.
We got it. Yeah, we're good.
We have ways of checking. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just get back into school. Don't use. All right. I'm gonna we can reinstate them off. Yes, I think we did.
You want to do this monitor?
What do you think, Mr. Russian?
I don't think it would be necessary, but I prefer to the court on that.
Don't be out in the middle of the night. How old are you? How old are you?
18.
Nothing good happens at 3 a.m. for an 18-year-old. Don't be out. When I let you out, where are you going?
Moms.
What does your mom do?
Just stay at home.
Hired you, mom or
I
dad?
believe it was mom. It's actually a family friend. But
Hey, Mr. Luna, I don't want you out in the middle of the night. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I think that's probably a wise idea. I'm not gonna put one on, but let's put a curfew on him, right? Yeah. I don't want you out, so I'm gonna give you a curfew just to make sure you're not out in the middle of the night. I'm not asking much from you, Mr. Luna. I just want you to follow the law, get back into school, and make yourself do the right thing. All right? I will let you out today, but don't. That's it. You won't get another chance. All right? Okay, Mr. Luna. Mr. Bruno, do you have a lawyer today? What are you doing about that? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 different priors, all of them culminating from not too long ago. How many court-appointed lawyers have you had on each of those cases? Right. It's now time for you to man up and get a lawyer. Do you understand? What are you doing for a living? Okay, it's time. We're going to research your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. Your case is now 45 days old. It's getting old. We will give you another 30 days. Did you talk to anyone before you came here about this type of case and how much? Okay. You need a lawyer. When you go out to hire a lawyer, it's much like buying a car. Don't go to a Ferrari. Don't go to a Cadillac dealership if you don't have that kind of money. You go to a Toyota, you go to a Honda. It's the same thing with lawyers. Don't call someone that's going to charge you $50,000 like the Dick DeGarens. Do you understand? Not only that, but you can, I want you to listen. You can negotiate with lawyers. 99% of them will put you on a payment plan where pay a couple $100s a month. They will represent you. Don't take them at first blush. You can negotiate with them like anything in life. Do you understand? All right, get on it. Mr. Daniel, do you have a lawyer today? What are you doing about that? What are you doing about that? No, you were supposed to hire a lawyer. We gave you 30 days for you to go hire a lawyer.
I called, it was, I had called somebody or whatever, and, that's supposed to help me out with that, and that's what I was told, so that's not true, you gotta find your own lawyer.
Correct.
Okay, I did not know that.
This is your 5th case now, Mr. Daniel. You know how things go, right? Right. It's time for you to start doing the research. It's time for you to looking out for lawyers to represent you. There are a gajillion and one lawyers in Harris County. It's just finding the one that fits you, finding the one that you can afford. Do you understand?
Question, is it anywhere in specific where I can like try to go find one? 'Cause I've never had to hire a lawyer before.
I know. Now it's time. This is your sixth, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth case. It's now time for you to go on Google or use any local newspaper and just start cold calling as many as you can. Don't just call one or two. You need to call maybe 15, 20. And it's like when you go buy a car, you know, when you're starting out in life, you don't go to a Ferrari dealership, you don't go to a Porsche, you don't go to a Cadillac, you go to a Honda. You go to something reasonable. It's the same thing with lawyers. And you can negotiate with them, and for a couple $100 a month, they'll represent you. 99% will put you on a payment plan if you ask. You understand? All right, please. Mr. Parisian, do you have a lawyer today? Tell me what you're doing about that.
I've been going to school.
Sorry? How old are you? You're 36. What are you going to school for? When did you start welding school? Show me that you're in school. Prove it to me. No, I want to see a school schedule or something like that. Prove to me that you're in school and then we can talk. But given as many prizes as you have, tell me, how do you eat now? How do you get money now? You what? You breed dogs. Breeding dogs can be a very lucrative business if done correctly. You can make a ton of money breeding dogs. How much money do you make a month, Mr. Pigeon? How much?
3,500 to like 5.
Okay, then you need to go hire a lawyer. All right. We'll give you another 30 days, okay? All right, come on. Coming up. Mr. Swayze, do you have a lawyer today?
No, sir.
What are you doing about that?
My company, I work with my father, and
How much money do you make a month, sir?
it fluctuates. We like
Don't tell me that. You know exactly how much money you make through the,
some jobs we do. Sometimes we'll get a big job, but sometimes we'll get one room. Sometimes we'll work a whole week. Sometimes we'll work. No, we don't have no work for us that week. So it's up and down. Because we subcontract through them. And we get paid for whatever job we do, whether it's, sometimes it could be almost 3 weeks that we don't work.
so what I'm gonna do. I'm sending you an application. I'll bring you back in a week. I'm going to drug test you then. Be ready, sir. You were ordered not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Do you understand? If I catch you using anything, I will put you in jail. Deputy, do you mind giving him an application? We'll send him off. We'll set him off for a week. Rachel. No, I would like to make sure he's not using, please. No alcohol, no dope. And random UAs on Mr. Swayze. Yeah.
Page 18.
Good morning, Mr. Martinez. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to a year in jail because of the high blow. So you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Wait a second, Brian or Ramiro?
Brian Martinez.
Oh, I see that you also have a Ramiro Martinez.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On August 12th, 2024, a little bit after midnight, officers were dispatched to a Jack in the Box regarding a verbal disturbance. They conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle matching the description on the call, as well as for the vehicle failing to maintain a single lane with a vehicle following the suspect vehicle and another vehicle to its right. So he's failing to maintain a single lane while there's other vehicles around. The defendant was
You
ID'd.
said there was another reason. What was the other one?
The Jack in the Box called in regarding a disturbance at the drive-through.
Got it.
The driver was identified as the defendant. Officers noticed the third speech, red, watery, bloodshot eyes, poor balance, and an odor of alcohol in his breath. He advised that he was leaving the Jack in the Box due to a disagreement and that he had been drinking and smoking earlier. They conducted the standard field sobriety tests, 6 of 6 for the HGN, 3 of 8 for the walk and turn, 1 of 4 for the one leg stand. Officers are at the DIC. Defendant consented to breath. Levels were 0.235 and 0.239. And then defendant also had a prior DWI arrest out of Tarrant County from 2019. That I don't know that we couldn't determine the disposition of that case.
Is this an open case, Mr. Martinez?
It's still open, Judge.
It's still open.
So yes, this is the first.
Mr. Martinez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now not to drive at all. Do you understand? I'm also now giving you a curfew. You are not allowed to be out past 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. And I'm going to put a monitor on your ankle so I know that you're not out and about. You have an open DWI and now you've picked up another DWI. I'm going to put an ankle monitor on you also on your other ankle so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. One false move, I will deem you a public danger, make your bond $150,000, and I don't care who is kicking and screaming, crying. My only concern is public safety, and you now have 2 open DWIs. I will do everything in my power to protect the public. Do you understand? If you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time your happy-go-lucky butt gets into a car and drives.
What time we get there?
Rachel, hi.
Does anything-
So
Okay. Article
on one ankle, he gets a GPS monitor with a curfew. On the other one, he gets a scram, waive the fees. Okay. We need to do guardian interlock paperwork. I'm ordering. You're not allowed to.
He currently resides, he lives in Fort Worth. He does not live here, so I'm not exactly sure how that's going to affect GPS or the scram. The scram is probably not going to affect
His
it.
GPS works nationwide.
Okay.
So
Okay, sure.
it doesn't matter where he is. You must abide by the curfew. I don't care where you are. I don't care what you're doing. The worst possible thing you can do in this life, Mr. Martinez, is get into our car and drive. And I will know because I can triangulate the scram device with your GPS monitor to see if you are in a car. And I'll tell you now, you get into a car and drive for any reason. I don't care. You cannot justify if there's a burning building and you have to save 50 people. You cannot get into a car and drive, and you will be guaranteed a substantial amount of jail if you drive. Do you understand?
How many days?
Today.
I'm not sure how it works in terms of getting those devices, whether they're immediately available or not.
Will be.
Okay.
We're going to send him down now for he can get everything. They'll have it available. Mr. Martinez, heed my warning. Do not use alcohol. Do not use any dope. You understand? You will not get any more warnings from me. Are you a citizen of the United States? Are you in this country with or without permission? What happens if you go to jail?
I can get immigration.
What?
I can get immigration, pick me up.
You will sit in custody because immigration will put a detainer on you. Your butt will be in jail for the next 6 to 9 months, waiting for immigration to deport you. That's what happens if you go to jail. Any more than 4 hours, they sweep the jail. Every 6 to 12 hours, they sweep the jail looking for people who are in there that are undocumented. And when they find them, they put a detainer on you. And you get stuck in custody until this case is over with. And then once this case is over with, you get shipped to immigration. And then, do you think anything fast happens in immigration? It takes about 9 months just to resolve a hearing in immigration court. And you sit in jail that entire time. You best be on your best behavior. Otherwise, I'm going to light you up. You understand? Come on up. We'll have you sign all these documents. Marcos, we'll waive his appearance.
Appreciate
But
that.
just
Thank you.
keep a watchful eye. There's no more warnings.
Aquí, cerca, solo me le contesta en español. Flores, ¿no? Sí, señor. Yes.
Are you Azael de Jesus Flores Ortega?
¿Ese es usted? Yes.
You were charged with assault of a family member.
Miembro de su familia, solo
You were facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
Excuse me.
On August 10th, 2024,
2024,
at approximately 2 in the morning,
aproximadamente 2 de la mañana,
officers were dispatched to an apartment in Harris County. They spoke with complainant.
Hablaron con la querellante.
She stated that the disturbance occurred because she contacted her ex-boyfriend,
Con su exnovio,
who is the father of her child,
que es el padre de su hijo.
and the defendant got mad because he found out she contacted him.
Cuenta que se comunicó con él.
She advised officers that she had just been assaulted by the defendant.
Había sido agredida por la
As he was able to land his right hand,
logró
she didn't know if it was a closed
pegar
or
con
open
la mano
fist on her right
cerrada, se dio cuenta
left eye,
si estaba la mano cerrada o abierta sobre su
and she felt pain on the right eye.
sintió dolor, perdón, en el
Complainant
ojo derecho.
advised she grabbed her phone and was exiting the apartment room
Agarró su teléfono y se salió del cuarto.
when he grabbed her head and slammed into the hallway hall of the
Su
apartment
cabeza y
complex.
se la
You slammed her head in the wall.
Yeah,
contra
yes,
la
Your Honor.
pared del pasillo y
She felt pain and continued her way to a friend's apartment to contact
la
police.
de la amistad para llamar a la policía.
Officers observed minor swelling on her left eye, as well as a scratch on her left eyelid.
También rasguños sobre el párpado derecho.
She also advised officers that defendant was walking up the stairs of the apartment complex,
Caminando por la
and she identified it.
galería del complejo del apartamento.
Any alcohol or
Logró identificar.
dope, anything like
I don't
that?
see anything like that, Your Honor. However, it is 2 in the morning. It is 2 in the morning.
Right. Mr. Flores, is that it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Flores, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. If you are not a United States citizen and you're in this country without permission and you go to jail, you will be stuck because immigration will put a detainer on you. I'm not going to give you any more warning, and I will protect every single person in this county. You're not to have any contact with this complaining witness whatsoever. I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons. There's a protective order that has been issued, and I strongly urge you to take a look to see what it says, because if you violate that protective order, the state can and will file a violation of a protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. As it stands now, we are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I will first have you go to Victoria, sign a reset, and then I will have you take a seat in the jury box while I get your bond conditions. You will be promising us that you're not having any contact or any weapons. And if I find that you do, or if you pick up a new case, I will put you in jail. Do you understand?
Señor o no, señor? Sí, señor. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Pase aquí a la izquierda, por favor.
So can you, no contact, no weapon. Okay. Do you mind bringing him out, Mr. Luna? Thanks.
And Judge, I don't know, I've had a few clients with this. I question the legality of it, but he has a medical marijuana card.
I get it, but I'm still ordering you not to use it, okay? If you want to go to California, you can smoke all day there. It's still illegal here, so he can't use, right? And I'm still ordering him not to use it. So I've told him that I don't care what you have in your possession, don't use, that's it. You know, when he's all said and done here, I mean, he can do whatever he wants, right?
Sure.
I'm gonna let him out. But I'm gonna admonish him then, you know.
Thank you.
Right. How long has he been in, do you know?
Almost a week.
How long has Mr. Luna been in? No, it's longer than that. Yeah.
Check the number.
It's on the jail docket.
Check the number 13.
Yeah, so it's been. Let me see.
Morning, Your Honor.
How's jail?
Not good.
You want me to let you out?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
What's required of you?
Get a job, stay in school, stay clean.
That's my concern, staying clean. If you can do that, good things will happen. That's all I'm asking you to do. Did you graduate from high school? That's what we're working on next. You have to get your GED.
He's actually enrolled in high school, Judge.
You're in high school.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I want you to stay. And I'm going to check to make sure that you have good attendance. And if you don't, you know what's going to happen. My only concern are two things. Don't use and stay in high school. As long as you can do that, good things will happen. I will let you out today.
Yes, sir.
But I will tell you that I'm not gonna play this game again. If I have to put you in jail for one other reason, in there you will stay. You know now that at what your bonds are, no one's gonna get you out, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will be stuck like Chuck until this thing is over with. Don't play with us again. No dope. As soon as you get out, back into high school. I will test you exactly 3 weeks from today. You've been in jail for a week. Weed stays in your system a little bit over a month. So I will test you right after that.
Yes, Your
If
Honor.
you test positive, that tells me that you've gotten out and you've continued to smoke. And in back into jail you go, and this time you will stay until this case is over with. And I'm telling you now, I will not let you plead guilty to get out. Do you understand? I want what's best for you. And sometimes I have to show you the hard way. I tried to show to you the easy way beforehand and it didn't work. Do we understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, will you elaborate what we talked about the medical marijuana card that doesn't override your order?
No using.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand? Okay. All
One
right.
more thing. If you want to, you can call my school up.
Say it again.
I didn't need to call your school.
Because I'm already enrolled, like to verify I'm enrolled.
We got it. Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
We have ways of checking. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just get back into school. Don't use. All right. I'm gonna we can reinstate them off. Yes, I think we did.
You want to do this monitor?
What do you think, Mr. Russian?
Judge, I don't think it would be necessary, but I would defer to the court on that.
Don't be out in the middle of the night. How old are you? How old are you?
18.
Nothing good happens at 3 a.m. for an 18-year-old. Don't be out. When I let you out, where are you going?
Homes.
What does your mom do?
Just stay at home.
Hired you, mom or dad?
Leave it with mom. It's actually a family friend. But
Mr. Luna, I don't want you out in the middle of the night. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I think that's probably a wise idea. I'm not gonna put one on, but let's put a curfew on him, right? From, yeah. I don't want you out, so I'm gonna give you a curfew just to make sure you're not out in the middle of the night. I'm not asking much from you, Mr. Luna. I just want you to follow the law, get back into school, and make yourself do the right thing. All right? I will let you out today, but don't. That's it. You won't get another chance. All right? Okay, Mr. Luna.